Hello everyone, my name is Holly and I am the language trainer for this hour. We will be doing a pre-intermediate reading lesson on bright ideas. So we will basically do some language exercises to prepare us to read an article about Richard Branson, who is proposing unlimited time off work. So that is the plan for today. So we will read through this activity, do some talking points, look at some grammar, and go from there. So that is the plan for today. I look forward to working with whoever chooses to come, and as we read through a reading activity called Bright Ideas. Again, my name is Holly, and I am a English trainer from Idaho in the United States. I have been teaching English since 1994. I started in South Korea, and in 1998, I moved to Finland, and where I taught there in various corporations and also a high school for 11 years. And during that time, I started teaching online, and that allowed me to come back to the U.S. and continue doing what I love, which is to teach English. And I've been teaching with Verbling since September of 2014, and have been enjoying it immensely. And that's a little about me. My favorite topics to discuss are cultural differences, my dog, and my dog, cultural differences, and my family. So I do like to talk about them as well, and I like to hear about your families and your life and what is important to you. So this lesson will be on a reading activity on bright ideas. And so we will look at ideas that Richard Branson has had for his Virgin companies. And the topic of this article that we will read is Richard Branson proposes unlimited time off work. So that is the plan for today, is to read through this article and discuss it. We will also, if there is time, we will look at relative clauses in specifically in grammar. That is using which, who, that, or whose. And we'll do some practices as well. The goal is to for this activity and this lesson is to provide a structured environment for you to use and speak English in a real possible way. So that is what we will be doing today. And as we plan on doing this class. So let's see. Do I go ahead and start, or should I wait a little bit longer? It is now 11:04 here in Idaho, and so it is Friday, 11:04, and so it's probably 7 a.m. in Central Europe, 8 a.m. in Eastern Europe, 9 and it's in South America, it's nighttime now, and in Asia, it's starting to become late afternoon and evening. So it's a little bit about the time clocks. So let's go ahead and start. What I'll do is, like I've done in the past, I'll start reading through this material, and if somebody comes, I'll back up and we'll start doing this with the person. So we have some key words that we will learn in the that's important to learn so that you can understand the article. So let's read the sentences below and match the underlined words and phrases to their definitions. So number 1, Alex is very stressed these days. He needs to take time off work. So what does it mean to take time off work? That would be, is it confidence, enthusiasm? No. Is it follow? No. Does it have a bad effect on? No. Is it officially appeared on the market for the first time? No. Does it say that something is true but cannot prove it and other people might not believe it? No. I believe it is F. Take a break from your job. So sometimes you need to take a break from your job. So that the answer for take time off work is to take a break from your job. So let's set this up to add the text. So that would be F. And number 2, Joe did not come to work, but nobody noticed his absence. Okay, so nobody noticed his absence. Absence would be G, the time when you are not at work because of illness or holiday. Number 3, the bad economic situation will harm our business. And that answer would be C, have a bad effect on. Number 4, most companies track their employees' vacation time. They want to know exactly how many days their workers are absent from work. So the answer is follow. If you track something, you are following it. And then we have number 5, morale is very high in our team. Everybody believes that we can become successful. So what is morale? It isn't morals, it's morale. So you have that extra E there. Okay. Hello, we have somebody that's come. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Alejandro. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Very good. Very
Okay.
good. So, so where are you from, Alejandro?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, excellent.
And this
Excellent.
time I'm the class only. Yeah.
Yeah, so far you're the only one that's come. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's midnight your time, 11 o'clock my time. So many people I think in Europe are sleeping in because it's morning there. So so
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, this is sometimes on the weekend it's kind of the quietest hour. So I love actually this time and also Sunday night, not Sunday night, Saturday night at this time.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what this activity is that we will do is we're going to read an article on bright ideas, and this is an article about Richard Branson. And then we will do some more discussion and so forth. So anyway, so
Hey,
uh,
one moment, please. One moment.
uh-huh.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so before we start on this, how was your week? Did you have a good week?
Week.
Yeah, did you have a good week? Today is Friday night. Did you have a good work week? How was your week?
I don't go to watching movies.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you spent time watching movies? That's wonderful. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I running with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So well, I cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I
a food.
cooked.
See, I cut. I cut two with my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's it. I think.
You didn't do a lot, huh? So
Yes.
was it a good week? Did you have a good week?
With
Week. Week.
okay.
So okay. Okay. Either I my English was too difficult or his internet went out. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we'll continue with this. Morale is very high in our team. Everybody believes that we can become successful. Morale would be confidence or enthusiasm. Number 6, they claim to be very good salesmen, but I have never seen them sell anything. So to claim would be, number 6 would be E, say that something is true, but you cannot prove it and other people might not believe it. Number 7, the first generation iPhone was launched in 2007. So to launch something would be D, officially appeared on the market for the first time. Okay. So we are going to read an article about Richard Branson, a British businessman. We put T or F for true and false next to each statement. So once we read this, we will decide whether these are true or false. Richard Branson wants people to take time off work whenever they want. Google do not track employees' vacation time. Letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. Richard Branson believes that he gave Steve Jobs the idea for iPod. Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod. So let's read this. Richard Branson proposes unlimited time off work. He has introduced the idea in Virgin offices across the United States and United Kingdom. Billionaire, man of the people, Richard Branson has become more popular by saying that everyone should be able to take time off work whenever they want. Employees should decide if and when they want to take off a few hours a day, a week, or a month. The Virgin Group entrepreneur writes in his book, The Virgin Way, Everything I Know About Leadership. He introduced the new idea in Virgin offices across the United States and United Kingdom. The idea is that employees who feel their absence will not harm the business can take leave from their jobs. It is their responsibility. Branson got the idea after reading an article about the Netflix business model and how they do not track vacation time. I have a friend whose company did the same thing. They've observed an improvement in everything: morale, creativity, and productivity, he said. On the subject of great business ideas, Branson claimed that he gave Apple founder Steve Jobs the original inspiration for iTunes. As a result, Branson's Virgin Megastores, a chain of music shops, closed 8 months after it was launched in 2001. On April Fool's Day, 1986, I gave an interview to a popular music magazine, and I told them that Virgin was secretly developing a music box which could store music. For a small fee, music lovers can download any individual song or album they want. Many years later, Steve Jobs told me that he really liked the idea. We will never know for sure, but I have always wondered if the April Fool's joke resulted in the launch of iTunes and the iPod. Technologies that caused the death of our Virgin Megastores and completely changed the music industry. So number 1, Richard Branson wants people to take time off work whenever they want. That would be true. Number 2, Google do not track employees' vacation time. That would be false. It is Netflix that does not track their vacation time. Letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. That would be false. Number 4, Richard Branson believes that he gave Steve Jobs the idea for the iPod. That would be true. Number 5, Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod. That would be true. Do you think Richard Branson's proposal is a good idea? I think it is a wonderful idea because I believe that people should be allowed to be given tasks and be given the autonomy or the control as to when they do it. So grammar, defining relative clauses. A relative clause is a part of a sentence. It can begin with which, who, that, or whose. Complete the table below with examples from the text. We use who when we are talking about people. Employees who fill their absence will not harm the business. We use which when we are talking about things. An example would be a music box, which could store music. We use that instead of who or which. Technologies that caused the death of our Virgin Megastores. We use whose instead of his, her, or their. An example of that would be a friend whose company did the same thing. Important points. That is more usual than which in defining relative clauses. Hello. Hello, Yvonne. How are you?
Hello, Holly. I'm fine. And what about you?
Oh, pretty good. So where are you from, Ivan?
I'm from Russia.
Russia. Awesome. And what time is it in Russia right now?
It's 9:20.
9:20 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, welcome. Yeah, we don't have a lot of people during this hour taking classes, it looks like. So
Yeah, I noticed already.
yeah. So I was just going through the worksheet. So thank you for coming. So yeah. So have you had a good week, Alex? Not Alex, Ivan. So have you had a good week?
Yes, I had a pretty good week.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
I managed to do a lot of work if
Mm-hmm.
we talk about business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are your plans for the weekend?
My plans, maybe I visit a skating ring at Ice Palace. Yes, I like.
Oh, yeah. You
Yes.
like to ice skate? Okay. Will you be, do you have family you will be taking with you?
Yes. I,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take them
Mm-hmm.
and we visit all together.
Mm-hmm. Do they also like to ice skate as well?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Um, yeah, ice skating is I like the ice skating indoors because it can be done year round. So it's
Me,
fun.
me too. It
Yeah.
makes me feel much better.
Uh-huh.
It's,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I have not really gone ice skating in years, and the one time I did, I was like, "Oh, wow. I feel old." So that we
can
were,
you skate,
yeah. Excuse
Alex?
me?
Can you skate?
Yeah, I can. I'm not as good. When I was younger, like when I was a teenager, I was much better. But
Oh,
as since I hadn't skated in about 20 years, when I did skate, it felt very strange. So I I took
I,
I took I took some foreign exchange students to Seattle for New Year's,
mm-hmm.
and they wanted to go to into the city, and I didn't want to, so we compromised on going ice skating, and then we went to a movie. So
Okay, I understand.
yeah, I wasn't comfortable taking them into the big city, just because I am not the type of person that likes to be around a lot of people, big crowds. So yeah.
Oh,
What part of Russia do you live in? Is it near Moscow or St.
yes,
Petersburg or further
near,
east?
near Moscow.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So what the plan for today is to we're going to read through an article about Richard Branson. Are you familiar with Richard Branson?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. He is um, a British billionaire, and he's an entrepreneur, and he started a company called Virgin Records. Are you familiar with that company?
No,
Okay,
no.
not a problem. And are you familiar with Virgin Airlines?
Virgin Airlines, it's British Airlines, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I heard about it.
yeah. So all of his companies start with the word Virgin. So, but he has a lot of different companies, and he's come to be a thinker. So, hello, Jinyu. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. I just woke up.
Oh, you just
I
woke up? Welcome. So,
I take a nap.
uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't have anybody come for a long time, and then all of a sudden, both you and Ivan have come. So that's nice. You came at the same time almost. Ivan came about 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
so we'll get through half the lesson. But we're going to do an article on Richard Branson. Are you familiar, Jinyu, who Richard Branson is?
I don't know this person.
Okay. He is a billionaire from the UK, and he's one of the people that like Donald. Are you guys familiar with Donald Trump?
Donald Trump?
Yeah, do you know him?
I don't know. I'm
No,
sorry.
don't know. Okay, so he's the American businessman, and Richard Branson is the the British businessmen that everybody else listens to. So he has the ability to talk about business and people will listen because he has been so successful. So we are going to read an article that he has about him, where he has proposed. Richard Branson proposes unlimited time off work. so I thought that would be a fun idea to introduce to you all. So, but let's start out by looking at some key words from the article. Ivan, can you read number 1?
Okay. Alex is very stressed these days. He needs to take time off work.
Okay.
It matches
And
to
take time off work, and it matches to, and it's down here.
take time. Take a break from your job. F.
Yes. If you take a break from your job, you take time off work. Perfect. All right. So, Ivan, when was the last time you took time off work?
I took day off a few days ago. Yes. It was on Wednesday, last Wednesday.
Okay, awesome. Okay. And I did, for me, it was on Tuesday, last Tuesday, and I took all of Tuesday and part of Wednesday off. So, how about you, Jinyu? When was the last time you took time off work? And I think I know the answer.
3 days ago. I have about 1 month off work.
So you had New Year's holiday.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Hi, Ken. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. So tell us, when was the last time that you took time off work?
During New Year's vacation.
New Year's vacation. Okay.
And January.
Oh, that's been a long time. So. Wow. Okay. Well, number 2, Jinyu, can you read number 2?
Number 2. Joe did not come to work, but nobody noticed his absence.
Absence. Okay. What does absence mean?
Gee, the time when you are not at work because of illness or holiday.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Number 3. Ken, could you read that one?
The bad economic situation will harm our business.
And so what would that be?
Harm means having a bad effect.
Perfect. Have a bad effect. Okay. Now, as far as pronunciation, this one, it's economic instead of economic. Economic.
Economic.
Yeah. All right. And number 4, Ivan, can you read that one?
Okay. Most companies track their employees' vacation time. They want to know exactly how many days their workers are absent from work. And I think it's D, officially appeared on the market for the first time.
No.
No?
To track their employees' vacation time.
I think it's true.
So.
E? No?
Yes. Yeah, B, it would be to follow. So they follow and make sure that they're taking the right amount of vacation or not too much.
Okay.
So, all right. Number 5, Jinyu, can you read that one?
Number 5. Morale is very high in our team. Everybody believes that we can become successful.
Okay. Instead of, let's look at the first word, and as far as pronunciation, on that word we say morale.
Morale.
Morale. Okay. So what does morale mean?
Morale. A. Confidence. Enthusiasm.
Perfect. Confidence or enthusiasm. So if a company has a high morale, they're probably more productive. All right. Ken, number 6, can you read that one?
Okay. They claim to be very salesmen, but I have never seen them sell anything.
Okay. So what would claim be?
They say, or they program, or they announce.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So they say that something is true.
Mhm.
So do you guys hear that cat? Anybody hear that? There's a cat outside my door begging to come in. So
Yes, I hear or can't.
yeah. So the problem is if I let her in, she'll jump over my desk and on the keyboard and everything. So number 7, Ivan, can you read that one?
The first generation of iPhone was launched in 2007, and
Okay.
D officially appeared on the market for the first time.
Perfect. So if something was launched, it was officially appeared. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Thank you. All right. Man, she's I think jealous. So, okay, so you are going to read an article about Richard Branson, a British businessman. What we will do after the article is we'll put true or false next to each statement. So the statement is Richard Branson wants people to take time off work whenever they want. Number 2, Google do not track employees' vacation time. Number 3, letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. Number 4, Richard Branson believes that he gave Steve Jobs the idea for iPod. Number 5, Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod. So that's what we will be looking for. So Richard Branson proposes unlimited time off work. He has introduced the idea in Virgin offices across the United States and United Kingdom. Ken, could you read the first paragraph?
Billionaire man of the people, Richard Branson has become more popular by saying that everyone should be able to take off work whenever they want.
Okay, thank you. And Ivan, number 2.
Employees should decide if and when they want to take off a few hours a day, a week, or a month. The Virgin Group entrepreneur writes in his book, The Virgin Way, Everything I Know About Leadership.
Okay, thank you. Shinyu, could you read number 3?
Number 3. He introduced the new idea in Virgin offices across the United States and the United Kingdom. The idea is that employees who feel their absence will not harm the business can take leave from their jobs. It is their responsibility.
Okay, thank you. Ken, number 4.
Branson got the idea after reading an article about Netflix business model and how they do not track vacation time.
Okay. Can you read the rest?
Okay. I have a friend whose company does the same thing. They've observed an improvement in everything morale, creativity, and productivity, he said.
Okay, number 5. Ivan?
On the subject of great business ideas, Branson claimed that he gave Apple founder Steve Jobs the original inspiration for iTunes. As a result, Branson's Virgin Megastores, a chain of music shops, closed 8 months after it was launched in 2001.
Okay, thank you. And Jinyu?
Number 6. On April Fool's Day, 1986, I gave an interview to all popular music magazines, and I told them that Virgin was secretly developing a music box which could store music. For a small fee, music lovers can download any individual song or album they want.
Thank you. And Ken, number 7?
Many years later, Steve Jobs told me that he really liked the idea. We will never know for sure, but I have always wondered if the April Fool's joke resulted in the launch of iTunes and the iPod, technologies that caused the death of our Virgin Megastore and completely changed the music industry.
Yeah, so he did a joke, and then Steve Jobs thought, oh, that's a great idea. And it broke his business. So are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know? So everybody's fine? Okay, so let's go to number 1. Ken, is this true or false? Richard Branson wants people to take off work whenever they want.
I think it's true.
It is true. Number 2, Ivan, Google do not track employees' vacation time. Is that true or false?
It's false.
Yeah, and do you remember the company that does?
Could you scroll down? I forgot this line.
Okay. Right here.
Right here.
It's number 4. It's in line number 4.
Oh, Branson. They don't track vacation time.
Yeah. So, yeah. So instead of Google, it's Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, the Netflix that doesn't track vacation time. Okay. And next one, number 3. Let's move this up. Bear with me a moment. So Jinyu, letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. Is that true or false?
True.
Excuse me?
I think it's true.
It's actually false, according to the article. So it has a positive effect. It improves morale, creativity, and productivity. So All right. Number 4, Ken. Richard Branson believes that he gave Steve Jobs the idea for iPod.
Yes, true.
That is true, yes. And Ivan, Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod.
I think it's true.
Yes, yeah. Just like in the States, you
It's
can no
lost
longer in the States you can no longer find video stores to rent video rental stores because we have Netflix and Redbox and Amazon Prime, and so all right. So do you think that Richard Branson's proposal is a good idea? What do you think, Ken?
Basically, it's a good idea.
Okay, why do you say basically it's a good idea? Talk to us.
Because current lifestyle, current people's needs is flexible. So it's so kind of if they can rest, if they when they want, so they can concentrate on their work more.
Yeah, and of course I think it depends on the type of job it is. But I know the last job that I had, I spent weeks doing absolutely nothing, waiting for a training class to start or something like that. And then I would work really hard, but it would have been nice to be able to leave, do the little work that I had to do and then take off the rest of the time. So, Ivan, what do you think? Do you think that Richard Branson's proposal is a good idea?
Yes, I think so. He proposed that people can have time off whenever they want. And, I think it's right.
Yeah. Would that work in your job?
What?
Would that in your job, would it work for you to have a time off? Would you be...
on my work we have only break, lunch. Break. Yes. And
so you're not able to take time off if you want. So would it help you if you could go to if you had a lot to do one day and less to do another day to be able to leave early?
It would be great. I think.
Yeah.
But now it's impossible.
Yeah. And Xinyu, how about you? And would that work? Is it a good idea? And would it work with your job?
Can you repeat?
Is Richard Branson's proposal a good idea?
It's a good idea.
Why?
Only most of people understand themselves. They only know their state. When they feel not good, they don't want to work. They need to take a rest. When they go back to work, they will become more creative.
Okay, so sometimes people need to take the time off, and they know when they need to take that time off, right?
Yes.
Would this kind of idea work in your job, to be able to choose when you take your time, your breaks, or would it not work in your job?
It's impossible for my work.
And that is because of the kind of work that you do, correct?
The time I am working is controlled by our government. I should follow the working time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we don't follow the regular work time, we will get we will get the serious punishment.
Okay. Okay. So you have to follow the work time, but also as teachers, you can't really leave during the day because of because the students are there, right? So it couldn't.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So excuse me. I think the nature of your job would not work for that, but nature of somebody who has say for example they have an office job, and in order for them to do part of their work they have to get a report from somebody else, and that person hasn't returned it, so why not take time off and work more later? So so it depends of course on the job. But all right, so I thought maybe with you guys, I thought instead of going on and doing grammar, you guys might appreciate having the chance to just discuss and talk. So, Ken, these are some questions about just your jobs and occupations. Ken, can you choose a question and ask Ivan or Jinyu?
Okay. Okay, Ivan, do you ever work overtime? If so, do you get paid more for overtime work?
No, I don't have this opportunity. I work regular work hours, 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you rarely work overtime, so that's nice for you though. Would you like to have overtime so that you can get paid more?
To be honest, I don't like
Uh-huh.
work overtime work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. And Ivan, can you choose one of these words, one of these questions, and ask somebody?
Okay. Any questions? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And who should I address this?
Anyone, Jinyu or Ken, either one.
Sinyu.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. What was your first job?
My first job is a history teacher.
Okay, so my first job was.
Oh, my first job was a history teacher.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So Jinyu, do students do part-time jobs, part-time work when they go to university in China?
Some of students will have a part-time job when they go to university.
But some do not. Okay. Yeah. So Ivan, how about you? What was your first job?
My first job was an engineer, mechanical engineer,
Okay.
at a factory.
Okay. And are you an engineer now as well?
Yes, I'm an engineer, but it's a company, another company.
Okay. And at a different company.
Different company.
Yeah. Did you have any part-time jobs when you were in university?
Unfortunately, no. Because I didn't have enough time.
Well, that's you guys were both blessed. So, because it's very difficult to study and work, and I had to. So I had a lot. I did work a lot. So, all right, Jinyu, can you choose choose a question?
Hello, Ivan. Let me ask you some questions.
Uh,
Yeah, because I can left, so there's only one choice.
And do you like your boss?
yes, I like my boss.
Why?
Because he is a good businessman. He know how to manage people. He good psychologist, and he can punish employee for bad thing, and he can praise for good well done work.
Okay, so I want to give you some feedback as far as that. So remember, he is a good psychologist.
Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. And the other thing is, you had said that he can punish.
It's model word. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Punish is an okay word. It's okay, but there's another word that would work better for both of your jobs, and discipline. So
Discipline.
yeah, a teacher will discipline their students, or a boss will discipline their employees.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember.
yeah, and punish has more to do with what happens at prisons, for example. So if you do a crime and then you go to prison, then you are being punished.
Mm-hmm.
So or of course capital punishment, that kind of stuff. But discipline. So he disciplines his employees, but he also praises his employees. So and that goes the same for you as a teacher, Shinyu. Instead of punishing your students for not doing their homework, you discipline them for not doing their homework.
Okay, Colin, thank you.
You're welcome.
Capital punishment.
Oh, capital punishment is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am using a dictionary to check the new words.
I know. It's always funny when I hear the words that you choose. So. I catch it sometimes. So, all right. Ivan, could you ask Jinyu a question?
Okay, Jinyu, do you think it is more important to make a lot of money or to enjoy your job?
Currently, I think it's more important to make a lot of money in my job. But unfortunately, I don't make a lot of money in my job. In the future, I want to change my job.
To enjoy your job, yes? Because you will not think about earning a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think earning a lot of money is very important for a job.
So do you enjoy your job, though?
I didn't enjoy my current job.
Yeah, so that's probably why you're thinking about money. Is if you enjoy your job, then money doesn't matter. But for most of us, money does matter. So.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I totally agree with you, teacher.
Yeah. I think that for me, that was one of the when and I had a job in a corporate training job in July, I took a week off of work, and I had to decide, do I want to keep this well-paid job with good benefits and be unhappy, or do I want to go back to English teaching with flexibility and be happy? So I chose the happy. I chose the,
You're lucky.
yeah, and thankfully I had the opportunity. I got a message from a colleague who was he said, Holly, I just wish I could do what you do. So because he was unhappy, he became unhappy very quickly after I left. So all right, let's ask one more question. I'm going to choose a question. Do you think people over 65 should be made to retire? What do you think, Ivan?
I don't agree with this question or statement. I think people should work until it's make sense for them, or until they like it.
So you can also say, I think they should work for as long as they need to work.
Yes,
So, as long as they need. Okay.
As long as they need.
Shinyu, do you agree with him, or do you have a different opinion?
It depends on the work you are doing.
Okay. So, what do you mean? What work would be better? What work should someone retire at 65?
Some physical activity should be retired
Okay.
over 67.
Okay. I agree with that. Awesome. All right. It looks like we're running out of time. So I do want to thank you both for finally coming to class. So, and participating. I hope you learned some new words and phrases, and as we end this class, and that you can use these words in another conversation. So thank you very much, and have a great both have a great day. So you're not in South America. So
Teacher,
bye.
you should go to bed, and see you tomorrow.
I have one more class, and then I'll go to bed.
One more class.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.